week on Cougar Media News.
We check out people's prom plans.
We take a look into AP testing.
We look at the Lebanon Community Theatre and more. Cougar Media News starts now.
Good morning, PHS. This is Lauren O'Brien
and Jacob Rudy, back with this week's episode of Cougar Media News.
April is the month of the military child, which celebrates and recognizes military-connected students. Last Wednesday, April 19th, PHS faculty, staff, and students wore purple in recognition of military families. Staff members Josh Moyer and Chelsea Mirren spoke with Dr. Kepler and tech ed teacher Lauren Woods to find out why this is an important day for many.
April 19th, students and staff alike wore purple in support of the military and their families. We interviewed some staff wearing purple in support of these families and asked them questions about their experience regarding the military.
Superintendent here at Palmyra. My two relatives who have served in the military. My grandfather served in World War II in the Korean War. My dad served in the Air Force during the time of the Vietnam War. In terms of an impact on me, just knowing my grandfather and father served in the military gives me a direct a means of appreciation, knowing particularly my grandfather and the sacrifices he made in active war times just helps me reflect as an American on the impact that our military personnel have made over the years.
Purple is the designated color of the military because it's a mix of the three branches colors, red, green, and blue. Many children are greatly affected by being in the military family from the environment they grow up in, and these morals and ideals are taught at a young age.
I am, and not currently. My uncle he retired out of the reserves, and then my dad was in the Marines for 3 years. My dad was in it before I was born, so it didn't really affect me. My uncle, I kind of just knew every now and then when he was away at training. But it was so early in my life that it didn't necessarily affect me a lot.
This day is here to celebrate the impact of those who have served in military branches, and we continue to appreciate their services April 19th every year. This has been Josh Moyer
and Chelsea Mirren
reporting for Cougar Media News.
Thanks, Josh and Chelsea, and thanks to all the men and women who serve our country. On May 3rd for primetime, Mrs. Milne and Mrs. Casey are hosting a session for people who want to quit vaping or know someone who does but are having trouble. This will be available for any student that wants to attend, free of judgment and punishment. Make sure to sign up under Mrs. Milne's primetime through Clever.
Last Friday, several members from the speech and debate class spoke to middle school students about the importance of the PSAs. Brody and Simone traveled down to give us a first-hand look at the assembly.
Last week, at Pine Elementary School, a few high school students got the chance to speak and motivate elementary students for the upcoming PSAs.
PSAs are a state benchmark test that elementary students, grades 3 to 5, must annually take. At a young age, these standardized tests can be scary, so this assembly was an attempt to relieve the young kids.
I chose to speak today because I like to be a positive role model for the younger kids and give back to the elementary schoolers to help them prepare for the PSA.
All of these high school speakers exhibit proper leadership skills and volunteer to enlighten elementary students to get them ready for their future of test taking.
The speakers gave tips and tricks to mentally prepare the students. Senior Maddie Henry explains what their message entailed.
I think it really motivated them because they did like a flash mob dance and it got them super excited, and we all gave tips and tricks to do well.
Remember to get to bed early the night before and eat a good, nice breakfast.
I chose to speak today because I think it was a great way to motivate the kids, and I love working with elementary schoolers.
This is Vanessa Flores,
Simone Hooker,
and Brody Miller,
reporting for Cougar Media News.
The Lebanon Community Theatre has 6 shows planned for this year. Marina Road met with the Board of Directors member Todd Snowville to discuss the importance of the community theater.
I had the recent chance to talk to Todd Snowville about Lebanon Community Theatre and its importance to the community.
Community theater is an all volunteer-run theater, community-based theater in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. It was established over 60 years ago to provide live theatrical entertainment to the city of Lebanon, its populations and surrounding areas, and since that time has continued its mission of educating communities through live theater and an appreciation and embracing of the arts. One of the things that we always wanted to do was to center the idea that theater should be for all at all levels. In that commitment, we have currently auditioned for what will be the next show at Lebanon Community Theatre, which is a junior show. So this will be a show for those who are 18 and under. It will be Legally Blonde Junior. And this is really important for the theater, not only to provide opportunities for theater for our younger thespians, but also as a fundraiser for the theater scholarship fund. So we continue to provide scholarships for folks who have been engaged in Lebanon Community Theatre and are seeking higher education. And so the junior production helps to keep those funds where they need to be so that we can keep giving scholarships. So we are always looking for volunteers in any capacity, whether that be considering being in a show, whether that be volunteering as an usher or to help build sets, or to work our concession stand.
This is Marina Road reporting for Cougar Media News.
Thanks, Marina. The next show at the Lebanon Community Theatre will be Legally Blonde from May 18th through the 28th.
Last week, several PHS students traveled to Lancaster to attend the 25th Annual Partnership Luncheon, and our very own Casey Frederick was the only Lebanon County student to receive the Cheryl Ludwig Memorial Award for Individual Excellence. This award is in recognition of exceptional personal growth in the areas of job skills, achievement in the workplace, leadership qualities, personal accountability, and responsibility. Congratulations, Casey.
AP testing is just around the corner. Lizzie, Ruby, and Katie are here to give us some tips and tricks on how to be prepared for the tests.
AP tests begin the week of May 1st. We talked to Mr. Knoll, the AP stat teacher, to learn more about AP tests and what to expect going into them.
AP statistics, we're reviewing for the AP exam right now. We've been doing a lot of practice tests where we're looking at both multiple choice and free response questions. We've also taken some time to review some of the more challenging content that we did at the beginning of the course.
These challenging exams cause a lot of stress for students. Knowing how to handle the test and how to prepare for it is vital.
I look at the AP test as a challenge. You're going to run into questions that are on that test that you're going to know and know well and be able to excel with, and you're also going to be met with questions that you're going to struggle with. You can't look at those questions that you struggle with and let that impact those questions that you know that you can do. So if you read something that you can do, do it. If you run into something that you struggle with, skip it and come back. You don't want to have time run out. Get a good night's sleep, eat a good breakfast, something healthy, and then come in and just relax. Follow the instructions, do what you need to do when you need to do it, and just do your best. Okay, you don't have to set the top of the curve, but you don't want to be at the bottom of the curve either.
Good luck to all the AP students taking exams next week. This has been Katie Hartman,
Ruby Cornwell,
and Lizzie Zampetri
reporting for Cougar Media News.
Good luck to students taking the AP tests.
Now it's time for the Cougar Kudo.
Now it's time for the Cougar Kudo. First is Laura Glassmeyer.
And the second one is Maddie Hetrich.
Congratulations. Please pick up your prize in the main office. Remember to drop your kudos in the box outside the main office for a chance to win in May. It's time for April's Teacher of the Month.
Hey PHS, I'm with this month's Teacher of the Month,
Mr. Phillips.
How long have you been working at Palmyra?
This is going to be my 17th year.
What classes do you teach?
I teach all of the honors bio. Sometimes I teach CP Bio A, and I teach college prep forensics.
What is your favorite part about teaching?
Immediate level, I like it when kids understand things and make connections and they find it interesting, but I've started after lots of years to sort of appreciate the long-term, hopefully taught some things about science and about themselves and about how they're part of the larger world and contribute in some way that way.
What is your favorite hobby?
Well, I like doing a lot of things outside. Kayaking or hiking. It's a close contest between those two.
What is an interesting fact about yourself?
Something that a lot of people at Palmyra might not know is that I help coach the interscholastic mountain biking team at another school, Elizabethtown, where both of my kids have gone.
Congratulations, Mr. Phillips. To vote for the Teacher of the Month, follow our Instagram at Cougar Media News and stay tuned for our monthly polls and our stories.
Many current seniors are preparing for college next school year. Ben, Robbie, and Colton got people's thoughts on college tuition and whether or not colleges should cover the cost.
As we move into the 2023-24 school year, many of the nation's best colleges are raising their tuition costs by 4%. We talked to student teacher Mr. Shees about the challenges of paying college tuition.
I think some of the biggest challenges paying college tuition are going to be managing your funds, making sure you make the timely payments once you finish college, and also filling out the FAFSA forms every year. They get really tedious and extremely annoying.
Out of all the problems students face when paying college tuition, the biggest one is student debt. The average student loan debt in the United States is over $37,000. If colleges start offering free tuition, it would drop all student loans to $0. Kaylee, Rowan, and Mr. Shees are here to give us their opinions on free college tuition.
I think students should have to pay. You are making an investment in yourself, and it's so that you can self-improve and hopefully do better in the future and make more money.
A lot of kids end up having to get like a job while you're still in college just to be able to get you through, and then you feel like a lot of weight and pressure on you.
I think it's definitely necessary to have some sort of college tuition just because how is the school getting money, but I don't think it should be as astronomical as it is.
This has been Ben Bell,
Colton Long, and Robbie Best, reporting for Cougar Media News.
Prom is 1 week away. Maddie, Rowan, and Gabby are here to give us insight on what goes into planning the event and important details you should know.
Prom is on May 5th at the Hershey Lodge. We got a chance to speak to two of the student advisors in the junior class about what it was like to plan prom.
So our theme is a night in Rome, and kind of just figured it out by looking at examples online, and it's a pretty common one, so we thought it would just be something that would fit the occasion.
So we meet every prime time to discuss the prom, and we decided to divide and conquer to accomplish our goals. So we decided to, some people had to look up decorations and stuff, and we also had to get a photo booth and a DJ, so we decided to just group up.
We talked to Ben Bell and asked him what he was looking forward to at prom.
I liked that the atmosphere was a lot different than the high school or anything like that, more of not in the gym. It was a lot different. Having it to be at the lodge was a lot cooler. It felt more like an actual high school dance instead of being here.
The doors open at 5 p.m. and dinner will be served at 6. The dance will go until 10 p.m.
This has been Rowan Fashani,
Maddie McKee, and Gabby Mashinga
reporting for Cougar Media News.
Now over to Beth Valentine for the Now You Know.
I'm here with Mr. Kalanda. Mr. Kalanda, can you tell us more about the senior class trip?
Sure. So the senior class trip is going to be on Friday, June 2nd. We're going to be leaving the high school at 6:30 in the morning. We have chartered buses that are going to take us to Washington, D.C. They're going to drop us off at the Lincoln Memorial, and you're going to have the full day to do what you like. There's free museums, there's food, there's shopping, and obviously the touristy attractions. We've also arranged for a Capitol building tour, where you'll be able to go inside the Capitol building and tour the facilities, and it's a guided tour. That's free of charge. We also then have a White House tour that was sent out to all seniors, so if they sign up for that, they're going to be able to tour inside the White House and see the inside facilities in the first floor of the White House. So a lot of opportunities. We leave, I believe, at 4:30, get us back to the high school by about 7:30 at night.
Now you know.
The last day to order your yearbook is 1 week away on May 5th. Don't miss out.
Throughout the community, there are many people who volunteer as first responders. Dame Braden and Rachel Bardsley are here with more.
Volunteer firefighters play a large role in our community. They help us in a time of need and are always there for us whenever we call them. There are several high schoolers in our community that volunteer their time to these companies.
Hi, my name is John McGash, and I volunteer here at Lawn, and I've been here for about 2 to 3 months. I volunteer because I feel like it's giving me something to do with more of my life, and I love helping out.
The help of these younger volunteers is very appreciated by the community and the fire departments they run with.
My name is Andrew Muldoon, volunteer with Campbelltown Volunteer Fire Company. Been running here for about a year and a half now. I volunteer because I want to help my community. Be a good way to reach out and let people know that we're here for them.
These companies have social media accounts that anyone can reach out to if they're interested in becoming a volunteer.
My name is Zach Yingst. I'm a lieutenant here with the Palmyra Fire Department. I've been here for about 6 years now. If you would like to be a volunteer at the Palmyra Fire Department, if the bay doors are open, there's always someone in here that can hand you a paper copy.
If you are a student interested in volunteering at a fire department, reach out to one of these companies. This has been Rachel Bardsley
and Dane Braden
reporting for Cougar Media News.
Thank you to all of our first responders for helping to keep our community safe.
Minithon is hosting a dodgeball tournament on May 3rd. Kaylee Newber and Gabby Mashinga interviewed Libby Applegate to find out more.
My name is Libby Applegate, and I am the junior overall for Minithon. All the money for the dodgeball tournament goes to Minithon, which helps benefit 4 Diamonds to help kids with pediatric cancer. You should get involved in the dodgeball tournament because it's a very fun event, and it's the first ever dodgeball tournament at PHS. If you want to sign up, you can pick up a packet on the information table for Mr. Myers or for Mrs. Kowalczyk. Fill out all your team members and turn in $5 per person. The dodgeball tournament will take place on Wednesday, May 3rd from 5 to 8 in the high school gym.
Make sure to come out on May 3rd to support Minithon and raise money for the kids.
That's all we have for you this week, PHS. Have a great weekend.
What color is your prom dress? Light blue. Sage. What color is your prom dress? Royal blue. What color is your prom dress? Dark green. Navy blue. What color is your prom dress? Blue. My prom dress is blue. What color is your prom dress? My prom dress is dark blue. My prom dress is navy blue. What color is your prom dress? My prom dress is green.